So tell me, Snowbear, what is the game that we're playing today?
Today we're playing Valorant. This is our first week for ECAC, so it'll be interesting to see how we go.
Oh, okay. Hello, SAGU Esports. Hello, guys. This is SAGU Esports. Welcome to week 1 of the official season for ECAC. We are here. My name is Slayer, aka Jason, aka Slayer. I'm here joined by
Philip, Snowbear,
and today we're playing Valorant. And we'll go ahead and name off the teams.
Like you were saying, this is going to be week 1 of ECAC. So we have 2 leagues this year. The other one will be in ECC.
2 leagues. That's different from last semester.
It is. We've kind of doubled our workload, but going into this will be ECAC for us. So,
all right, that's
excited to see how week 1 goes.
That sounds exciting. One other thing, by the way, this semester is different too. We're also sponsored by. We have our first sponsorship, and it is awesomely sponsored by Blue Light. It is a pair of glasses that, as you can see, I am wearing, as my co-host Phil is wearing, where it is meant to help gamers who are in front of a screen for a long period of time not get that drowsy type blinding light that you get from when you game for so long. It's meant to help you out and be able to game for a lot longer.
And it looks like they've finally selected their characters. We're about to get started right now.
All right, it looks like we're going into Bind for the first map. Looks like we're running a Fade, a Brimstone, Gesco, Cypher, and a Sky. Ooh. All right. So it hasn't started yet. As we're still waiting for it to get into the game.
It looks like we're waiting to load in and all that.
These games take a little longer to load in sometimes.
Jason, how many rounds are we going tonight?
It can depend. Depending on how. If it's a really close game back and forth, you can go up to 26 rounds. If it's one-sided one way or another, then the games will end at 13 each. And there are 2 first rounds in each round. So You will switch sides about, I think you play like what, 12, you play 12 right away, and then you'll switch, depending on what the score is from there. You could go 12-0 right off the bat and then switch and then go on defense or offense.
It looks like
and here we go, jumping into a game. It looks like we're watching the other team, actually.
Turret out.
We're in the round 1 buy phase. So you talked to me a little bit about this earlier, that with the buy phases in the first 2 rounds, it's normally a little lighter load.
Yes.
And then depending on how the performance of each team goes in the first 2 rounds determines how much they're willing to spend from then on.
Yes. So basically this round, everyone is buying pistols. You want to save your money as much as possible. Round 2, depending on who wins, usually if you win the round, you're more likely going to go into the buy phase. If you lose the round, you're going to go into more conservative raise to wait for round 3, to where then you'll buy your weapons to get ready to go. But here we go. Good camera placement by Polar there, or Ogden.
Yeah, it looks like we're off to kind of a slow start. Both teams are kind of testing the waters to see who's got what angle covered.
All right. Ooh. Looks like we already got our first potential matchup.
Yeah. Ronan's working this corner to see if he can get this opponent to push.
Right. Good drone kill. So far, it's very slow pace. Teams are just filling out the map, getting ready.
Yeah, that's pretty typical for a round 1 in any game.
Yeah.
You're really trying to see what your opponents will do, if they're aggressive, if they're going to hold out a little bit and see if you make the first mistake. And I guess especially in this, round 1 is just going to go to whoever makes the first mistake.
Oh, down goes Ronan. And Ogden takes down 1 as well, so we're good.
We're back on 4v4.
Back-to-back picks. Tied.
Looks like Ogden's going to go down.
Up, girly. Hawk out. 30 seconds left.
Nice digging. Thanks, man.
We're back down to an even matchup.
Jolt gets you guys some room there.
Placing sentry.
As you know, we have a 3v2 now, so
Hawk
does have the advantage.
1 enemy remaining.
Now they have a 3v1.
Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think
Oh, it is the other way
we're at
around.
the
You're right.
disadvantage right now. Looks like Dingo's going to get this round 1 defuse and take us into a round 2.
All right, here we go. Now that SAGU's Simon down 1, they're probably not going to be buying too much. Going here, just sticking with the normal pistols, just being smart with what they can do and
Conserving
save
their money. Yeah.
Conserve their money because for the next round when they can hopefully get those ARs. As for the other team, they already have a head start already. They got that advantage, and so SAGU, they can get a quick picks here. They can turn this game right around. Already, it looks like, oh.
Time to hunt.
This round's off to a faster start than the last one.
So it looks like they're staying together.
Looks like they're more pushing towards this B side. We'll see if the flash will this up first.
Oh, bipolar goes down. Oh, and down goes Ogden as well. 5v3 already for the other team. Watto does get an elimination, so it takes it to 2v4.
Last player standing.
And down goes Watto. Oof.
Set is a
Well, faster round.
significantly faster round.
Little slow start, but SAGU should be able to get their weapons that they need here now, so it should definitely change the game.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but it looks like now SAGU is on the attack side.
No.
No?
So they are still on defending. Oh, yes, they are on attack. They've been on attack the whole time. So where the spike is in the corner, that's whoever has that piece, they're the ones attacking, and whoever doesn't, they're the ones defending. So SAGU will be attacking for the next 12 rounds. From there, we'll see. From there, they'll switch sides. Oh, big pick right there by Roman. It's not already making it a 5v4. And now Ogden gets a pick. Now 5v2, 5v3.
Spike planted.
First two. They already had the spike planted. They really had
I must wait a moment.
push this defending team into making a decision. Are they going to go?
One
with it?
enemy
Oh,
remaining.
whoa!
Flawless.
There we go.
An
Done
instant
here.
5-0. Flawless victory. Now another thing is, like, when you die in this game, you lose your weapons. You have to rebuy all your stuff. So the fact that none of them died here, they all keep their weapons. They can rebuy, they can rebuy their, little things that they use, their little abilities, and they don't have to spend as much money saving for the next round going forward.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be in.
So I feel like now that SAGU has a full-on grips on how they want to do now. So here we go.
Here we are again with Ronan working this corner, trying to see what he can see. He's landed some quick shots there, but not enough to bring that player down.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon here.
Down goes Ogden.
Yeah, looks like I've been
Oh, but Jordan gets one as well, so it makes it a 44.
Jolt's gonna go down trying to get the plan off.
I'll discharge it.
Oh, but back to a 3v3. Pretty close. And down goes another.
Sorry,
One
kid.
takes down another.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
And now SAGU has the advantage with it being a 2v1.
Ronan and Watto left. They're gonna be able to play off each other.
And there it is. Watto getting a pick. There it is. Right. They started off slow, but SAGU is finding their
Make
stride
their
now.
fear your
Tied it
weapon.
up 2-2.
Or use a gun.
We got
Whichever.
about 4 more rounds.
Turret out.
8 more rounds before we switch. Sorry, I had to do a little quick math in my head there.
We're not fast math people.
Here we go. It looks like they're going with the strat of staying split up, you know, not trying to all go at one time. Oh,
Trade
running
in.
with
We're
another
ready.
big. That's big already.
I know
Launching
exactly
smoke.
where to
Stim beacon down.
All right, looks like one of them used downloading any position. Yeah, one of them. All of it.
SAGU's continuing with the A side push.
Prepare for hellfire.
Yeah, that is
Do
all.
hold the numbers advantage, but we'll see if that will continue to last. They've got the spike planted.
Bomb buddy.
Cage trigger.
Now they've
Cage
got
trigger.
this team into a spot where they're against the clock. They have to make a decision.
Down goes.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and that's a. Oh, wow.
Not so tough after all.
This is. Oh, by the way, this is also the only. This is the first map in the match. We will have a second map at the.
Placing sentry.
One map of 3, and so in the second game we'll be playing on a different map.
I guess that is something we didn't talk about at the beginning.
Yes.
With this rule set, it is the best 2 out of 3.
Yes.
So that's separate from the round count. I know we talked about a minute ago that if this does go to full length, we could be here 26 rounds.
yes.
But that's just for map 1. We could potentially do that another 2 times.
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully we won't see a game that long.
It's always possible.
You never know. You
Bring
never
them
know.
down.
Looks like Wada almost has his ult. As you can see down in the bottom, like the CP,
Take hold.
those are their alts, or those are their abilities that they can use. Alts, of course, that's what they already
Marked one.
get ready to develop, but you can right off the back start. You have to buy your abilities if you want to use them. Bipolar with the first pick of the game.
Time to hunt.
They're setting off
Scout
that B side push.
Bring them down.
Crashing into that B side. Almost into the B
There's
side.
Jolt with a pick now. Already at 5v3.
Yes, sir. If you look in the top left corner, you can see the mini map from everyone's perspective. So you can see that this defending team is going from the A side to the B side because it is now well known where SAGU's going with it.
Yeah, and it looks like SAGU got another pick. Jolt got that one.
And the spike's down.
Healing over here.
It is.
The bipolar's healing some of his teammates up to secure this defense.
It's always good. Oh, Snarf gets a pick on Watto.
Last player standing.
Taken out.
It won't end up being enough.
He almost had. He was trying to pull it off. He got 2 picks, but it just wasn't enough. SAGU now has a 4-2 lead now. A little slow start, but it looks like they're getting it all together now, and they're really starting to.
Ronan's really putting in some work with being 7-2 right now.
Yes, he is. That is.
And only being in round 6, I mean, looks like Jolt is
Making a little.
occupying his time while he's waiting for this barrier to go down.
All right, so it looks like Jolt's their main planter for the spike, because he seems to be the one who picks it up every time. Ooh. Look, got some damage in there.
Molly.
Ronan almost secures that kill.
I've got your trail. Bring them down. They're blind with fear. We'll catch them. It must take.
Watto gets the first pick.
Blinded.
That is true. I'm not sure if Watto knew that that opponent had such little health. I'm assuming he's so comfortable to make
I know exactly.
Somebody's there.
Watto with another pick now. Oh! Another Dragon gets Jolt with a snipe there.
Like I said, now that SAGU's already planted, it really puts the pressure on the team on. They're gonna have to make an attempt.
One enemy remaining.
Bipolar, 2 picks for Bipolar. Bipolar all 3 in a row there. What a pop off by him.
Here we are starting around 7.
Yeah, these rounds can go by pretty fast.
They can.
But, you know, it's also why but it's also a lot of rounds. So
Yeah, that's why there's so many.
13 it may not seem, it may seem like a lot, but it can come. These matches go by pretty fast. They also can take a very long time, as some matches, as opponents win, some opponents lose. You never know what the outcome could be.
And as these two teams get a feel for each other, that we can see as the games go on, that different tactics can come into play. And
Most definitely.
different situations, different angles, all kinds of things. I would
like a
assume
little
by
bit.
now, being in round 7, at least on the SAGU side of things, it looks like they're starting to get a feel for how their opponent plays and where they're going to play, the equipment to carry, things like that. It'll be
Our
interesting to see
spike
as
carrier, I have the spike. Spike down.
Don't get taken out there. It's already a 5v4 advantage for the opposing team. Ronin though comes back, makes it a 4v3. That little delay on our side.
I'll find you. Marked one.
Hey, we have a frozen stream.
Launching smoke.
Can you move that monitor facing us, please? Okay, so now we're on board with Ronin.
Face your fear!
Smoke's down.
30 seconds left.
Close to the game.
Last player standing. One
We got
enemy
1v1
remaining.
situation, 23 seconds left, and they did not get the plan off yet.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Watto does have the spike,
Yes.
so it looks like he's gonna attempt to go into a spot that's a little more comfortable, trying to get the plant down, and making this opponent,
Spike planted.
All right.
make an attempt.
He's gonna have to defuse like right away. All right, here we go.
That's these tense moments.
Oh, Watto gets him. Will he have enough time to get to defuse it though? Yes, he will. That was a big clutch round for the other team.
The spike
It came down to the wire there. That was something we kind of just talked about a second ago. Like, as the night goes on, will we see different tactics come into play and how each opponent will play defense? And we've yet to see them on the attack yet.
That was big for them, as it's now a 5-3 situation. And
Turret out.
that looks like Jolt has the plant again.
We're back to Ronin, watching the same corner, trying to see what he can
Ronan's been doing pretty good. And there he
Yes.
is. Ronan gets the pick again.
do. Unsurprising, unfortunately.
Ronan, he just knows.
It's important, especially early on, to try to play for that early information.
Yes, it is.
And as an attacker, getting a pick right out of the gate is
Stim
gonna
beacon
be
down.
influential on making that push on
Oh yeah, most
getting
definitely.
your push down. The less people you have to be accountable for, the
Launching
better.
smoke.
Oh, it looks like. And Ronan with another pick.
Well, ready.
And Ronan gets a third pick. Ronan has
down.
now picked off 3 of them. Oh!
One enemy
down
remaining.
Two. Bipolar
I'm out of
gets one.
stuff.
Oh, almost had a chance at an ace there.
He did. He was on the right pathway.
Dizzy's up. Dizzy's down.
Grenade!
Now we're on board with Jolt.
Cage triggered.
Nice.
That'll be a round 6 win for SAGU.
Yes, it will. And now is it a 6-3 situation?
Turret out.
This goes here.
It's not.
That goes there.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
About a minute 30
Prepare
now.
for
We're at
hellfire.
the start of a
Oh,
round.
sounds like kind of off. Ronin gets a quick pick there.
Where are you?
Oh, but down goes Watto. Already making a 4v.
Foolish.
Ogden gets a pick.
I think Ogden suspects that this, Ogden suspects that there's some defenders coming out of this doorway. We have the spike planted.
He's in a good position, you know. He has that,
Yes,
he has that angle.
he's got the cross.
One enemy remaining.
Unfortunately, Ogden
Out of
cannot secure
charges.
that. But even though Ogden goes
Ronin
down
with
there,
another pick.
he's still going to be able to make that call out to help his team secure that final.
Let's see what.
Bring us into a
Now
round
it's
11.
7-3. And you got 14 and 4 for Ronin right now. That is, wow. 14 and 4.
Turret
Yeah,
out.
Ronin, Ogden at 10 and 7. Yeah, not bad so far. He's playing pretty well.
And even
You know what to do.
how technical Valorant is with the communications and the callouts, even if your stats don't show it, that doesn't mean that you're not being influential for your team
Yeah.
in the position they're in.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon here.
Talking is very important.
Most definitely. Pick right off the bat. It's giving the other square lead already.
Looks like this defending team is coming out a little more aggressive on this defense. Really trying to change the tempo of what's happening here.
Yeah, they have to. You know, they got to get back in this game. 13, they're almost to 13 already, and this is their best chance.
And especially now that it's well known for everyone involved. There's an A-side push happening.
Here comes the party.
Looks like they still have some defending that in case they decide to double back.
Double picks right there. It's now a 4v3.
Launching
30
smoke.
seconds left.
Our carrier's down.
Spike
Got a
down
spike.
A.
2. Looks like Ronin picked up the spike.
Ronan's gonna try to go out there and
Last
one
player
down.
standing. Spike down A.
Now it's we got
10
the
seconds
spike.
left.
Unfortunately, Ronan will go down.
What's the team?
Last round in the half.
This is it. Get those guns.
So big round by SFU there. As he makes it a 4v7. Gives him a
Oh, this is my spot.
possible momentum going into this next round. As
Yes,
you can see
this
right
should
where it
do.
says last round before swap, as we have already almost played 12 rounds. And when that happens, we will swap to FSU being on the attack and SAGU being on the defense. And we will see how FSU can do in that regard, see if maybe they can have the same amount of luck that SAGU had, where they are getting that plant down right away and just pushing. So we will see what happens here in this final.
Time to
Looks
hunt.
like SFU is really hoping to capitalize on that quick defense there to really give them some power going
Seek
into
them out.
Good scout there by Bipolar to see where the team was, the other enemies.
And looks like SAGU is committed to a B-side plant.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Ogden gets taken down there. FSU with a quick pick.
I'll take it.
Joel, oh.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Spike down
this
B.
area at B-point.
That really goes down. A lot going on that one. Down.
Switching sides.
But now it's back to a 5v7. FSU, they're like, we're not out yet. They still showing that they have some fight and that they, that they can still win this. As we are now switched rounds, everybody is back to 0 money. Well, 800. So it's back to another pistol round. So it's back to a fair fight again. Win it from here.
That goes there.
The first time.
This goes here.
We'll have the advantage of
Yes,
first
this
pick
should do.
buys and stuff like that. So
It'll be interesting to see how SAGU plans to work this out on a defense round.
yeah,
Since
they're
we
already
saw
setting
them-
up their traps and everything, getting ready, trying to see where these teams are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Ronin with a 16-6. Ronin is playing very well. But Nether Dragon and Zolti both 10 and 11. A lot of deaths, but you know those kills are helping them stay in this game.
Ogden down there in the middle of the board has 7 assists.
Ogden, he's getting that damage in.
He
His
is,
teammates
for
is coming
sure.
in and they're getting the picks. Oh, Zolti with a quick Zolt with a quick well.
Spike
Get the
planted.
plant off. Jolt with back-to-back picks. Zolti gets bipolar. We got a 3.
One enemy remaining.
They're still gonna have to try to get the
Ronan
defuse out.
takes one down. We have
Dizzy's up top.
Jolt is defusing. Diet. Oh,
Everybody
and
thank
down
Wingman.
goes.
Come on, let's hear it.
And it looks like most of that momentum is slowly starting to shift back over to SAGU. Can they put it away right here? Can they go on the run that just ends this and just not give a chance for the other team? But now that SAGU won that round after losing the first round of the last time, they do have their weapons. already.
This
They
is
have
my
an
spot.
advantage,
That goes
so-
there.
It's true. And after that first round, I mean, it's got to be a good confidence booster knowing that
This
going
goes
into
here.
defense,
Yes, this should do.
get that first defense down.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh, this is my spot.
We'll see how FSU can do here.
Looks like FSU.
I must wait a moment.
SFU's looking for a B-side push.
There's a good camera there.
They're concussed.
Mostly we have a good advantage of it. Callouts come
Ooh,
through.
and
That
a good pick by bipolar there.
I'm surprised to see that SAGU has
Oh, Ogden! He's
defense.
going off. He's just sitting in front of the table.
that is true.
He's like, oh, he's gonna walk.
A little action at the A.
One enemy remaining.
Watto with a snipe. Ooh, Watto switching out to the sniper. As now it's already a 4v1, and FSU not with much health.
The last of us.
All right, well, SAGU now it's 9-5.
Here we are going to around 15, 14, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere. But right now, all SAGU needs to do is get to 13, and that will be the end of the first game.
Yeah. Back to us not being quick math people. We're about to get started on this defense round again.
SAGU playing really good on the defense, not using bigger weapons as they were in the first round. You know, going for more Spectres,
Smoke's down.
stuff like that, snipers, shotguns.
So it looks like SAGU is very evenly spread out on the defense. Kind of waiting to see where this SFU team goes
Ooh,
to make
quick
their first
pick
push.
by Jolt there. Already makes it a 5v4 for SAGU on the defense. And that's big.
Yeah, but unfortunately, as a defender, that one pick isn't enough
Satellite.
information to fully confirm which side the attack's going to come from.
get it.
As you see here on the B side, we are having another fight. One SAGU player is making that transition over to B side right now. I'm not sure which player that is, but
Looks like the attacker. Oh, Zolti. That's a pick. Oh, great rotation by Zolti there to get away from him and not
Ogden
get killed.
barely let him out.
Ogden's going to be a little upset with that one, but...
But he's smart enough not to chase it.
Oh, Dingo and Diet get Watto and Jolt down in 2 picks. It's now a 4v2 for FSU. And FSU going for
30
the plant
seconds
now.
left. Spike planted.
Gotcha.
And Ogden and
Out of
Ronan get
charges.
2 picks. That was a 2v2.
Player standing.
Oh!
Unfortunately, Ronan's
Ronan
going to
goes
go down.
down.
On the defense.
Can Ogden pull this off?
We've
Can
seen
he
him
get
do
him-
it before.
Yeah, this is true.
He's going to make this transition over to the A side and try to gather whatever he can off of previous callouts, information to what's going on next in this situation.
He knows he has to do this.
That's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah. Good fight. Still 9-6. As
SFU strategically placed their spike so they know that they're 2 guys who are left alive to get the cross
yeah.
and keep the coverage. So even if one of them, if Ogden gets the one pick on one of the two remaining defenders, the other one's still going to be there to clean it up.
That is true. Good attempt by SAGU's on the defense there.
SAGU seems to be set up in their patented 2v3
Yeah, it looks like
defense spread.
it looks like all of FSU.
Trigger.
Sir.
Set wide.
Ogden gets taken out first by and a little bit of blindness on the bipolar.
The call out has come through. They're definitely doing a B push, so the rest of the SAGU squad will
We'll catch
transition to
them.
that side.
Snarf is planting at B now.
Spike planted.
Blinded.
Watto! Jolt
Last
getting
player
Jolt,
standing.
And then Snarf getting Jolt right after. Good attempt by and FSU went with a different strategy there. They all pushed one area and it played out to their benefit. As now it's a 7-9 game. And they're trying to come back into this game now.
SFU seem to have more of a aggressive push off the rip. They all flooded that side, and at that point, I mean, sometimes it's better to be fast. If you can get in that spot and get your situation down, you'll be good to go.
It's blurry. Oh.
So now that the barrier goes down, it looks like SAGU has gone for the reverse typical defense setup of them. 3 on B, 2 on A.
Yeah?
We're kind of waiting to see how this develops. Both sides seem to be playing it pretty slowly. Both teams are using their...
As you can notice, they're just barely moving slowly. It's like you want to walk in this game a lot because running, you can actually move your position away on the map. Whereas if you just walk, you're going to be third. And so they're definitely playing at a very slower pace. And Dia already planting. Zodi with
Spike
a pick
planted.
on Zodi there.
SFU has planted on the A side.
Hawk out!
SAGU has fully transitioned to this defense. See how they're when SFU was defending. Now they're just planting it.
Auto with a pick.
Omen killed.
Down goes
Last player
Down
standing.
goes Watto. Joe on the defense. Oh, Joe almost pulling it off. As now FSU has brought it back within 1. These guys are not letting up today. They were down early, but now it's an 8-9. We could see this go to 26 rounds. It is possible because the requirement is you got to win by 2. So if it stays like this, close like this, we could have a 26 round game. As it looks like they're playing
Time
a
to
very
mobilize my
Methodical
methodical type of attack.
well thought out. They're communicating very well. Now that we are here on the 19th round. Or not, no, sorry, that is incorrect. 17th round. Now that we're this deep into this series, both teams have a very good idea of how these teams are going to end.
Cage trigger.
You should run.
Ogden walked right into it. Zodi gets Ronin. Dire's trying to get goal.
Spike planted.
It's now a
Where are
5-2
you?
for FSU.
Headshot.
Oh, bipolar with a quick pick.
At this point, as a defender, you can kind of be a little
Last
more
player standing.
Otto gets Zolti.
Loose.
It's now a 3v1.
SFU knows they have the plan.
One enemy
Bipolar
remaining.
with 2 picks. It's a 1v1. Oh, Bipolar almost pulling it off there. That was a great attempt by Bipolar.
9
He
to
gave
9.
SAGU a chance there.
He
That
did.
was a good opportunity. He did make some of the players reset. So when you die, you know, lose some of your money. So it's a good reset there, you know, make them have to be smart. But now we do have a 9-9 tie. And we're only 18 rounds in. So this, as Nether Dragon, 17 and 15 for FSU. He is going off this attack phase. It looks like we've seen Jolt switch to a sniper here. Big
I'm out
pick
of
by
stuff.
Bipolar, that was shocking.
Blinded.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that now on
I'm out of stuff.
round 19 that both teams are using some different tactics,
Dino
different
gets
weapons.
Watto a pick, so now it's a 4v4. And Ronin gets a pick. All right, mixing it 4v3. SAGU playing a little bit more, you know.
It's something that we haven't been great at pointing out at this point. Now that is a 2v2, the spike is down.
Well, actually, the spike has not been planted, so whoever had so his team can still plant the spike.
But they have to acquire it first,
This
correct?
is, and, oh, there, Diet got the spike, and he is planting.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Good pick by Ogden there, as makes it a 2v1 situation.
Ogden knows who this last player is, and you know he's definitely had to call out.
Watch them run.
Oh, he looks like he ulted. He ulted to
30
plant.
seconds left.
Spike planted.
What a move. Oh, and down goes Dingo after making the attempt to plant. SAGU is going to take this round. It was a big win for SAGU, as it was not looking so good after the run that FSU went on. But hopefully SAGU can use this to be like, hey, we're still good. Let's just play smart here and, you know, win 3 more matches, and they can get away with the first round dub.
Exactly. After
Yeah, it was a 4-loss streak that SAGU just broke there. So really trying to turn this momentum around for them. So
This goes here.
And especially after that, you're hoping not even just to get back onto your
goes
feet,
there.
but to stand taller than you were before.
Yes, this should do.
Getting back off of a 4-loss streak, it really brings that oomph back into your game plan and your situation. We hope to see how this will play out. It looks like SFU is going to go for a B-side push.
Time to hunt.
Both teams are using
Scout
their
destroyed.
abilities currently, trying to get that scout out and obscure different lanes.
I've got
Jolt,
your
he gets
trail.
Jolt and Watto. 2 picks right off the bat.
All of it's been made. SFU
Diet
gets
is
the
planting,
plant,
the spike has been planted.
but the rest of the SAGU defense has transitioned over to the B-side.
Ogden gets snarked there.
Buddy out.
It's a 3v3. Ogden gets Dingo.
One
Both gets
enemy
Ronin.
remaining.
Ogden gets Zodi.
Now it's going to come down to this 2v1 and get the defuse.
As Ogden is defusing, his team has to
One enemy remaining.
Ogden gets the. Oh, Nether
Oh, Lord.
clutches up to tie it
Incredible.
10-10. Man, Nether and Zodi are carrying right now to
Yeah.
keep this team in it.
You'd hope to see on a SAGU defense there that maybe a little bit more communication between your 2 defenders.
Yeah.
Or if you're going in for the defuse, that maybe, I mean, you have at this point in the round, you have a pretty good idea where the last attacker is going to be.
Yeah.
This goes here.
Hopefully the communication can stay up.
Hawk out.
Still
Blinded.
got time. Yes, it is 10-10, but still have 3 more rounds that each team has to win if they want to win in 13. If not, they got each team has to win by 2.
Hawk out.
Good destroy of the scout.
SFU seems to be very
Time to hunt.
slow off the jump here, trying to decide which side they want to go to.
FSU, now that they know that they're back in the game, they're like, okay, we play a little more conservative. We have a chance.
It looks like they're favoring more of this A-side push since the spike player is on the A side.
And it looks like
the rest of the team has transitioned to that side.
Well, so far, 2 Bipolar and can't see the other one at the moment. Yet to transition.
Here comes the rest of the SAGU defense.
So they all know that they are on A, so now they're gonna. It looks like we got bipolar coming from behind, trying to get a flank.
SAGU is, okay, there we go. There's the last defender deciding to make the move over. At this point, it is pretty evident which side.
So bipolar.
30 seconds
on.
left.
Bipolar is coming up on the team from behind. Bipolar
Oh, my
gets
Lord.
a 3 kills in a row. Comes from behind the team. They did not expect that to happen at all. What a play by Bipolar to get his team in this still. Great
10 seconds
defensive
left.
maneuver there by Bipolar.
It looks like this round's going to go to timer. The last SFU player is going to decide to stay alive, keep his load out.
Oh, defenders win.
So here we go again. That's a Call of Duty classic right there. Okay, here we are. Sorry, we will gather ourselves in the production booth
Sorry about
for
that.
round 22. Remember earlier when we talked about if it would go 23 rounds? We were like, no.
Well, here it is.
Here we are. We are about there. SFU is favoring this B-side push.
It was a big round win by SAGU. Here we go. It looks like they're all favoriting and B push here.
Down with.
Bipolar gets Zodi, Zodi gets Watto.
Spike
Zodi
planted.
gets Zodi. Back to back, you know, just picks after picks.
And at this point,
Fairly
the call-ups
close.
are out. The defense is gonna try to get
Finished.
this.
Good kill by Bipolar there.
Enemy remaining.
Jolt with a pick. Sock does get Jolt there. It is a 3. They are defusing.
There we go. Now SAGU needs to defuse the spike, and we'll be going into the next round.
And now, if SAGU wins this next round, they will take the first game.
Match
So
point.
here we go. Match point. Here we go. But you know, if FSU does have a chance, does bring it back to 12-12, then SAGU has to win by 2 points. So FSU, they know they need one more, but they know they're not out of it yet.
SAGU just needs to stay calm and get their communication out,
Ah,
and make
this is
sure
a
that
nice
the
spot.
comms are important,
goes there.
and it's not getting filled with useless information. They're in the best spot they can be right now. They're on a defense. They have all the equipment they need, and now they just need to play it out. It looks like this round will be more of a slower side, again, like it was in the first 2 rounds,
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
who's going to make the first mistake.
FSU's gonna
My camera
really
is
play this
destroyed.
smart because they do know. Oh, Zodi going down quick to Joel, already making it a 5v4 for SAGU for it.
We'll see as the net tightens on SFU what the plan will end up being for this attacking team.
Cage triggered.
Down you go.
Ronin
Stim
and
beacon
Ronin
down.
and Ronin takes down Nether Dragon. Ogden takes down Snarf. Oh, it's already a 5v2, and
here comes
SAGU
the
is
defense crash.
going on the attack while playing defense.
SFU is
They are
going to look
putting,
like they're
they
going
are,
to hang.
they are trying to put this game away right now. They do
That's
not
very
want to
true.
see another.
SFU looks like they're going to try to go more towards this B side, hopefully to see if they can catch SAGU not paying attention on the defense.
Last player standing.
There we go.
And SAGU gets the win.
map
SAGU will
one.
take round 1.
Going into map 2 here,
I,
it'll be interesting to see how things will progress from now. Okay. So here we are. Let's take a look at these
all
stats
right, wow.
real quick.
What a game by Bipolar. 25, 12, and 9.
9 assists too.
9 assists. That's very cool right there.
And then you can even look and see here, Ronin, 5 first bloods.
That was
That's-
just him sitting in that one corner.
That is true. It's setting the tempo. If you can get, I mean, both teams looks like they were basically
Zodi got
balanced
a lot
on
Zodi
the.
also for FSU, 22. He had 22 deaths, but he kept that team alive. So he did
true.
really well. So all around, good game by FSU. They played their hearts out in that first round. They were down, I think it was like 9-4 at one point, and
believe
then
so.
just brought it back to tie it, and then they kept it close the whole time. It was such a good game by FSU.
And what is kind of incredible after that first map, that you could see statistically, both teams overall complimented each other.
Yeah.
You do have some outliers with the KD and first bloods and stuff like that, but they're going out. Everyone seems very secure in the role they're supposed to play.
Yeah, most definitely. One thing we noticed though, it's like being on that attack, you do play the game differently. As we saw FSU go into more of a fast-paced mode than when they were on defense, and it caught SAGU off guard. It allowed FSU to come back in this game and give themselves an opportunity.
And like we were talking about earlier on that, at one point SFU was on a 4-round win streak.
Yeah.
It really took SAGU, I think, a little bit of time to kind of get stable back on their feet and really make that decision on how are we going to counter this. It'll be interesting to see going into round 2 how that momentum stays. If SAGU will keep the tempo up and roll right in it, or if having a game that does go to that many rounds, if SFU is going to come out hot right off the gate here and almost kind of go into the way of being like, no, that's not going to go as well as you think it is.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how we're going from there. Currently now, I think we're picking a second map, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So right now we are in a little bit of a break time for each team. I believe they each get like a 5-minute break in between to compose themselves and get ready for this game 2, where now that SAGU does have a 1-0 lead, SAGU wins this, they will take the best of 3. But if FSU takes this, we will have a game 3. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
It will be. And going into this break, a lot of things happen here. You go into, on the SAGU side of things, you're going to make that decision of like, are we going to come out super aggressive and roll the dice of getting caught making a mistake?
Yeah.
Just to try to go ahead and put it away in 2 games? Or are you going to kind of sit there, and I want to say almost play catch and see how this FSU team is going to come out and really try to set this tempo for map 2?
Yeah, it should definitely be exciting. And if I do remember correctly, this is SAGU's map, right? This will be SAGU picking, this will be their map that they chose. So with already having that 1-0 advantage, going into a map that they know that they can play on, hopefully this will be able to allow them a chance to, get a quick second win and, walk away with a 1-0 start to the season.
That's very true. We would like to see, coming into this, like you did bring up, playing on a map that you were comfortable with as a group is a huge advantage.
Oh, most definitely.
Knowing a map as a team, not even as an individual, almost means that it takes out that extra gap in your communication. That sometimes you just know what someone else is doing. On a map you're super comfortable with, there might be less communication between teammates.
Yeah.
But there won't have to be as much. If you put in that time on favorite maps and things like that, it can really kind of set your team's positioning going into it.
Yeah.
Not that callouts aren't important.
Oh yeah.
But you know how it goes.
So Phil, what kind of prediction are you thinking is going to happen here after watching that first game?
I'm going to think that SFU is going to come out a little more aggressively on this. I'm thinking that I'm not sure on our end. If SAGU is attacking this first 12,
yes,
I'm going to think SFU is going to come out a little more aggressive on defense than they did this previous round and try to kind of stop that first initial push from SAGU. Because if after we look at that first map, going up 9-4, it's a mountain to climb out of.
it is.
If SFU can
it
really
it
slow
looks
that
like
down.
we have a sub. Moth has come in for FSU.
Yeah, that
Wow,
could
so
be,
they are bringing in a sub for this game too.
and that's something that can happen during your time.
A lot of times this thing happened because his thing didn't match online, like his gamer tag.
But like we're saying, going into the second map, I think if you're SFU, you're going to try to be a little more forward on that defense and kind of stop SAGU from getting that initial lead out of the gate. Even though it wasn't a huge spread, but it's just enough, as we saw, where if SFU can snab a couple of those first rounds, instead of being 9-4, it's 4-6, that turns that 10th, 11th, 12th round into a very different situation.
Oh, it does definitely.
Going into there at a much tighter score is going to really affect things. So hopefully, I hope we see SAGU come out and be prepared for that and not get caught flat-footed on attack.
Yeah.
Because nothing's scarier than being on the attack and then realize that you were not on the attack.
Yeah.
That if you were on defense on attack, something's gone horribly wrong in your planning stage.
This
So
is true.
we'll see how this first round starts. I know we still got a little time before we'll get into this map.
Yeah.
But is there anything?
About each player if you want, like who's who, like what their actual names are and stuff.
Is there anything you're really looking at going into this second map besides what I've been talking about?
With how I saw FSU play, they really played exactly how they needed to. I have a feeling that they're going to come out and they're going to play, exactly how they need to again and potentially keep it, a close game. So we will see how it goes. But we are going to go on a little bit of a break here, you guys. So we will see you guys for the game 2.
Are we muted? So, Haley, have we just been muted this whole time? Oh, perfect. Well, welcome back, everyone. Hello.
Well, welcome, guys.
Round 2, here we go.
We are on Ascent. This is SAGU's map that they chose. And so, as you have Fade, you have Sova, Chamber, and Omen and Sky for our SAGU team. And then a Killjoy, Omen, Kiko, Sora, and a Jet for the away team. And here we go. And it looks like as I'm waiting to see who picks up the... Oh, it looks like...
SAGU's going to be on this attacking side.
Yes, they are. So SAGU's starting with the attack again.
And like you discussed at the beginning of the first map, these first 2 rounds are going to be a little limited equipment-wise.
Yes.
This will be more just based on pure gun skill, just because of the lack of budget, and we'll see how these 2 teams start off here out of the gate.
So it looks like we're probably going to be going with a push toward B.
It does. It looks like we're very heavily loaded to the B side of the map.
It looks like the other team is very, very well separated.
They are. They have a wide coverage. Hopefully, depending on how this goes, if SAGU can get this almost like a fast plant to really surprise them on the B side.
Watto taking down another dragon with a quick pick through.
Looks like SAGU is semi-bottlenecked themselves into the side room.
Yeah.
They have the back coverage right now.
Looks like Ronin does have the spike. They still have a minute, so they still have time to plant.
It'll be interesting to see if they're going to attempt to go to this A side push. It looks like that is the plan. SFU did. They have sent their defenders back to the A side, knowing that probably what SAGU is going to do.
And Ronin is getting the planting.
Oh,
damn,
unfortunately, he
Spike
cannot.
down A.
Snarf gets another pick.
30 seconds
Watto
left.
gets Zodi there.
We're down to a 3v3 with the spike planted. SAGU has just needs to get into a spot.
Even though Ronin went down there, they still got the plant off, so that's a good thing.
That is true. And now for SAGU, it's going to be playing on time.
Oh, Jolt with
One enemy remaining.
Jolt with another pick. And Watto finishing it off. You know, SAGU didn't have much health there, so that was some pretty big picks they had. They were, they were one tap and everything, so
Yeah,
good
go
round.
into that.
Right
That'll
here.
be
Cool
talked
little
about.
pistol right there.
Very Borderlands-esque.
Yeah.
Like we discussed going to that first round, it just came down to gunplay. With the lack of no one having the budget for the abilities right out of the gate. We did see some come out for aerial denial for SFU.
Yeah.
Like when SAGU was switching to that A side, going through that doorway. That was I'm not sure who threw that. Perfect placement. Really trying to split the team up on getting the defuse on, or getting the plant on.
Yeah.
SAGU looks like they're going to hang a little bit more to the B side, kind of test the waters and see what's up, even though the spike is on the A side of the map.
Trying to, confuse this teams a little bit.
Too slow.
Good pick by Jolt there on Moth.
And after that first pick, it looks like SAGU is going to commit to that A side push.
Now with a Sonic Arrow,
Revealing
Watto
area.
getting back, Bipolar getting Snarf. SAGU coming out on the attack, and they are not getting it.
Spike planted.
Good plant there.
Plant down. There's a bipolar.
Last player standing.
Sweet dreams, asshole.
According to the chat in the bottom left, it looks like we had a player disconnect. I'm not sure if that's the case. Do we have any word on that?
So we, all right. So right now we are going to a technical pause at the moment. So we'll be back in a second.
Hopefully we can get everyone back in and get rolling here pretty quick. It happens.
Hi everybody.
Hello.
So right now we are on a tech pause as we are having a little bit of technical difficulties with the team. So as of right now, we are just gonna sit here and wait. So we did have Watto crash at the moment. So as we get that fixed up, we will continue round 2 here, as SAGU does have a 2-0 lead. So far, what are you seeing so far from SAGU?
I'm seeing kind of what we talked about. They've been very forward on the attack.
Yeah.
Not in quite the way I expected. I mean, I kind of would have like double full sent it. So it's interesting to see that they really are. They're waiting for that first pick, and as soon as they get it, it's game on. Like as soon as they get that first one, really it's just waiting for SFU to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And as soon as they do, SAGU is going to try to capitalize on whichever side that happens on. That doesn't discredit SFU's defense.
No.
It is only round 3.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how even this technical pause is this going to affect how these two teams are really working on each other. Does this slow your momentum after you have a player disconnect?
Yeah. Does this, give FSU, a chance to like, okay, let's we can recompose ourselves, come up with a little different game plan on how to stop their, like really quick attack that that SAGU is on right now, So we will see how this goes.
And you're right. Going into this, it's a very different experience on both sides. If you're on the SAGU side, you don't want to lose your momentum going into this. So you're kind of trying to go in. It looks like Watto has rejoined, so we will find out firsthand if SAGU is going to end up slowing down the momentum or if SFU has used this timeout to really gather themselves in. Okay, so Watto did disconnect. I thought it was Jolt. It ended up actually being Jolt. So
I have
ignore
the
that.
spike.
A
We are
disconnect's a
back.
disconnect. It's the same event.
Here we go.
Here we are on this attack. Looks like we're favoring more of the A side.
A little bit of a scout there by Polar.
Right now we're waiting to see who makes the first mistake. SFU seems to have caught on to the A side push, completely leaving the B side unprotected. We'll see if SAGU is going to make that roundabout. SFU's falling back.
So SAGU does back off of the A point, and they are rotating.
We just passed the 50-second timer. So it looks like right now the biggest opponent is the timer. SAGU's going to go in for this B side
So
push.
right now it does look like they have FSU separated very well.
That is true. See if SFU can really cover that defense.
30
and pull them
seconds
back on.
left.
Right now it's 4v1 on the side.
Zolty gets Ronin.
Spike down B.
Zolty. And, back to back. Oh, takes on Watto there. Right now it's an advantage for FSU. Snarf gets Ogden. There's a missed pick opportunity.
10
Jolt.
seconds left. Last player
Jolt with
standing.
another pick.
Spike down B.
As they now down to Jolt. He's going for the spike.
He's going to try to go for this plant.
Oh, he got it off, but it looks like it will be a round win for FSU.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
SFU, sorry.
Was that important?
So going into round 4,
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
we're going to have to see how things kind of develop. We've now said for the last 2 rounds with the technical timeout. Did SAGU lose the momentum?
Yeah,
Or
we'll
did
see.
SFU just capitalize on the break to kind of gather themselves and get more of a strategic position?
SAGU is onward toward that A side.
Yes, it is. It looks like as this barrier is about to go down, we're going to see an A-side push, maybe, or maybe a false A.
Yeah, they did
See if
false A last time.
They did. Go over there and cause a stink and try to pull that defender off B to have as mostly uncontested B push as possible.
There.
We'll see if that ends up being the move here out of the gate.
Running at a very slow pace. As now they do know that they are on A.
SFU throwing down the goop to really slow down that push on the A side.
So
I'm sure
she
there's
was
more.
putting the comms in that SAGU is pushing A.
He was going to commit to this A-side push, but it does look like they're either putting some guys back for defense so they don't get flanked from behind, or they're kind of feeling out, maybe switching to that B side. So we'll see
Very
as
slow,
things develop.
very slow start round. Zolty does get jolt there with a pick, using the LMG. Guy with a pistol, guy with 2 pistol
Spike
kills, by
down.
the way.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
and a quick 2-0 run, as now SFU is back in this.
Tied up at 2-2, so looks like we're going to have another 23 rounder on our hands here.
Yeah, we'll see. Depending on it's whoever can catch the momentum the fastest in this. We are watching Zolty here.
Protect our
Let's look to see
motherland.
if SAGU will do something different going into this round 5.
Yeah.
You want to play? Let's play.
They got the 2 plants off pretty quick at the beginning, but as soon as SFU
Deploying drone.
really kind of got that situational awareness of what was going on, they've countered it
Jolt
quite
with a
well.
snipe on Moth makes it a 5v4 already for SAGU.
SAGU is quite spread out. Jolt just working this corner here.
As Bipolar is
Just chilling.
SAGU is playing a very, very slow attack right now.
Very slow and methodical. Even with that first pick out of the gate, they don't want to get caught making a mistake. They don't want to
Nether
lose
does
the
take
advantage.
Ronin down. It's just a 4v4 now.
And that's unfortunate to see, but
Jolt does know
Watching
he's
here.
there. He's just watching this area.
and he has a teammate, so we
30
can see
seconds left.
A good pick by Jolt there, but Zolty does get Bipolar, making it 3v3.
And that's
As
something
they
SAGU's
exchange
really going
picks
to have
back
to
and
work
forth.
on. They want to make.
Oh, and down goes Jolt by Nether Dragon, making it a 2v3 for SAGU.
10 seconds left. Last player standing.
Looks like
Spike
that was gonna
down,
go to a
B.
And
defender
Zolty
win.
coming in and getting the win for the defenders to give SFU a 3-2 lead.
Going now into attack, I mean, it's important to get your picks, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to go fast enough to where if you're just trading your life out, that's not going to help you in the long run in the position you're in now. Especially being down in your attack run now. Going into a round 6, you kind of want to maybe take that little extra half second to make sure that you're not
Scanning
just
ahead.
trading your life out. Being up 5v4 is important. Being 4v4 is just back at ground zero again.
Yeah.
You don't want to have that whole reset of like, okay, we're back down to even again.
Yeah, that whole round was just, they were just trading picks back and forth, so.
Ronin smells this guy. Doesn't know where he is exactly, but
We're
he
trying to
knows
get
he's
another
here.
first blood pick again. Oh. Oh, rough.
Again, here we are on the same
Ogden
spot.
does
Spike
get
down,
2
mid.
before he gets taken out, making it a 3v3.
Like we just talked about.
Jolt takes down Zoldy.
They
I've
got the
got your
trade back
trail.
out. I mean, in this situation,
One
thankfully
enemy
we were on
remaining.
top end of that.
Bipolar makes it a 3v1.
3v1. Very true.
Did I
There we
get
go.
inside your
Good play by Waddle there. As they were running out of time.
Whatever happens,
They did not have much
Saki,
time left in that
don't
round.
panic. Scrambling
Production,
back
we
for
cannot
you.
hear you if you're talking to us right now. Hey, production, we can't hear you. Can you do that? going in here to a round 7.
Yeah, round 7.
We're getting to that. We're encroaching on the round switch, where we
Yes.
see that attacker-defender role change between these two teams.
Good scout arrow there. Picked.
Right here.
Back to another slow, methodical attack by SAGU.
I have the spike.
It looks like they're favoring this A side a little more, or they're just testing the defense. Kind of seeing what the plan is here.
Stay on sight.
Scatter.
Nice little,
Nice little headshot there to
yeah.
clean that one up. SAGU is
Finally,
Spike planted.
first time we've seen them on the attack.
How many rounds has it been since we've seen a plan actually go down? 4, 5?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's all you, little homie.
Really taking down odds.
Revealing area.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh, good attempt by Roman.
Everybody thank Wingman. Come on, let's hear it.
4-3 as SFU is now in the lead again.
And that was really unfortunate to see.
Yes.
Getting the plan off and still not winning the round is a little rough. Statistically, this round we're seeing a little different than it was last round, with our big outliers from round 1 on the SAGU side being more in the middle of the pack.
Looks like Zodi for the SFU. That's 10 eliminations already. He is popping
true.
off for SFU at the moment. 10-5.
He is.
Quick scout arrow there, as does get the location of one of theirs. A knife kill by Moth. Wow, the first move we've seen of that. Zodi with another elimination.
That was her ult.
Oh, that was an alt kill actually, so it looks like SFU did go with an alt right off the back, and they did get an elimination off of it.
And it put them in a good place.
They did. Give them that early quick pick right off the bat, and it's setting the tempo for SFU.
That is true. Just past the minute on the marker. So now we're kind of looking at SAGU fighting the clock as well. We've kind of slowed back down, it looks like. Jolt's trying to look.
Good play by Jolt and by Bipolar.
Able to secure that. We're back down to
Last player standing.
Oh.
Spike down. Defender spawn. One enemy remaining.
What a Bipolar with a
Don't even
clutch
try me.
from far out.
That was beautiful communication.
That was.
Being in the right time in the right place going into that, really keeping this game close.
Yeah, this is very SFU is they're playing more on the attack than they are on the defense. They are playing very smart and methodical, and they're getting their picks. But at that time, just a clutch performance by Bipolar.
That is true. So here at the start of round 9, another slow start. Bipolar looking to get the clips, getting the picks out of the start.
So it does look like they all know they are pushing it.
Nowhere to run!
That is the first thing about information. It does go 2 ways.
Ronan Ogden get 2 picks, while Moth gets a pick. Giving SAGU.
Watto going for the plant.
Spike
Watto
planted.
gets the plant off. It's huge. And it looks like they do have the corners covered.
There.
Getting the crosses is going to be important here. Really on the defense, playing your life is going to be SAGU's goal here. We saw that not go in their favor in the last round,
Dizzy's up.
where they got a plan off.
Last player standing.
Oh, there
we go.
There we go. Since now SAGU does have the lead, 5-4. You know, it's a very close matches. Whereas we are though getting close to that change
magical
phase,
time,
to where you know we're gonna see how
There.
SFU can do on their attack. Will we see the same thing that they did last game, where they were pushing and going for all out, or will we see a more methodical, like the way SAGU was playing, where it's like be a little bit smarter?
Find you.
I wouldn't hold my breath on seeing them come out slowly. Worked for them in round 1. I imagine they would come out.
Face
Oh,
your fear!
Moth taking the pick as well.
Marked one.
Good team up there. Into a 2v1. You got Ronan planting now.
Bring
So
them
we're
down.
slowly trying to get into a different perspective now.
Like I said, where you plant your spike is important.
Yes.
Being able to have the coverage is always a better way. Something like a big rule of thumb for first-person shooters is every kill your team gets should be an assist for a teammate.
Yes.
If you've done your positioning correctly, that is
Standing
the
ahead.
perfect
Last
role.
player standing.
Do they have enough time to defuse?
It looks like they're going to be able to.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thrifty.
As now we have a 5v5.
This is going to be a
This
close
is
one, folks.
coming down. Oh my.
Going into round 11, you have one more attack for SAGU.
Well, actually, they have 2 more attacks.
They have
It's
2 more?
first to 12.
First 12. Okay. Makes sense.
So
Placing alarm bot.
SAGU does have a chance to take a
Placing swarm grenade.
2-score lead here. They just have to really. They have to get a little bit more aggressive.
I agree.
They're letting the time get down a little bit too fast, and they gotta get a little bit in.
And hopefully we see that coming into this round.
There.
That if you do get that quick hit off this and get the momentum going into your defense, similar to what we talked about in round 1.
Oh!
You want to play?
And
Let's
ult by
play.
Zolt gets Walto out of the game. Already making it a
5-3 disadvantage. SAGU is gonna. Looks like they're kind of looking to go for this B-side push. I don't think SFU knows who has the spike or what position they're in.
they only have one person going to B.
That is true. But now, it's known. Ogden just sounded it off that we're on B side. So you will see those FSU players start to transition over to B side to get that cover. We will see how things will transition from here.
Spike down.
Unfortunately,
There goes down the spike.
Ogden being absolute.
Last player standing.
As now he's down to 1 player left.
30 seconds left.
Good play by Jolt there.
So now, can Joel get to be in a position to pick up the spike and get the play off? Actually, that finishes it off too fast.
Sana,
We can
sana.
get my point out.
Last round before the switch.
All right, here we go. Last
This
round
is
before
it.
the
Get
swap.
those guns.
Turret out.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know who has momentum.
I don't know. I feel like this is very drawn out, very
Yeah.
balanced.
This is very
Going to
very
that,
balanced.
as we stop and take a look at the stats here, you do really see that. No one's really going crazy compared to the rest of their team. Going into this, I feel like it is very evenly spread. SAGU looks like they're going to try to switch it up and go for a B plan here right out of the gate, trying to catch them off guard. Don't think that'll end up catching them off guard, as we can see where all the players are placed. Ogden working the corner. So much is happening.
No eliminations are happening yet. They're doing a lot of things.
There is. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of important conversations, talks.
Oh, Moth gets Jolt. Ronnie gets Zolty. Back-to-back picks, you know.
Yeah, when you have one go each way, like we talked about, now we're down to a 4v4. Everything's slowed
Weapon
back
here.
down. No one's coming out of this with the momentum going in. So, as both teams figuratively reset and wait for the next one to make the mistake.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
We only have 30 seconds to plant, though. Going in with a pick. Will we see SAGU get aggressive now here?
I think we're going to have to. I mean, with the time being the way it is.
Oh, that was good play
One
by
enemy
Barkley.
remaining.
I didn't make it a 3v1.
Shadow's trap not ready yet.
With the spike plan and being a 3v1 situation, you would hope, as things progress, that SAGU
Cover going out.
pulls this together.
Oh, picked there by another dragon. He knows he needs to get in there now if he wants to even do anything.
It looks like he's
Good
Ogden.
play by Ronan, just sitting up on top, just waiting for him to come. So it was a pretty good
Switching
move.
sides.
So, good
Here
job.
we are, round 13.
Yeah.
Swapping
and-
sides again.
yeah. It has been a very well evenly matched. So,
I mean, I think this is kind of how we both expected it to go. There was one of two ways round 2 was going to happen.
yeah.
Someone was going to come out and be on the gas and do this in 12 rounds, or we were going to have a long, drawn-out fight like we're having now.
You know what, SAGU did win it there, so you know it is 6-6. Whoever grabs momentum first, I feel like will be the team that can walk away with the second round.
Let us
win.
hunt.
I agree. Going into this, we hope to see SAGU really lock up that defense and coming in, because like you did mention in the first round, it's a win by 2.
Yeah.
Going into the second 12 rounds here, being evenly split at 6-6, SAGU's going to have to survive that extra round of defense.
Yeah, so right now it looks like SFU is going maybe for a full-on A push.
It looks like it. SAGU's defense is pretty spread out at the moment. Watto is frantically giving the call out.
Yeah, and they automatically already going into the plant. That already.
Spike planted.
SAGU's defense is trying to crash down on the A side.
Good shot there by Ogden. Now everybody knows where everybody is.
Do better.
Ooh,
Oh, good
Jolt.
pick.
On a 4-3 on defense, but SFU
One
just
enemy
has
remaining.
to hold out long enough to keep this
Last player
this
standing.
spike alive.
As we have a 1v1 now. Oh, what a shot there.
Chris clutching up on the 1v1, getting the defense off. Hopefully, he's getting the...
Oh, and just gets it off with barely any time left.
Doesn't that one make you hold your breath, though?
Yeah, you were
doesn't
hearing that.
get-
You were hearing that. Just that timer get faster and faster.
It doesn't get any
Whew.
easier to watch, but...
And that when clicking that button down, you like go faster, you know.
yeah.
But good round, good defense there. They now take a 7-6 lead.
You could almost see Chris bouncing up and down in his chair through his perspective, trying to get that diffuse to go a little faster. And as the barriers go down, we have some utility going out, trying to get some early info.
One less.
Jolt with a quick snipe and quick pick there. Already setting the tempo for how already letting SAGU, his teammates know, like, got one already. You can,
Yeah, and the location of that pick is very important early on, especially on defense.
Jolt with another
Spike down
pick.
mid.
Jolt with another pick.
Jolt, you got 2 more in you?
One enemy
Joe with the ace! Joe! Oh, no, Ogden
Ogden.
took one! Oh, I thought Joe finished with an ace there!
Beautiful
What a
round
play!
by SAGU on defense.
Ogden, no!
Unfortunately,
As unfortunate as that Joel didn't get the ace there.
in games
What
like
a
this,
play by Joel, getting 4 of the eliminations. Oh, what an unbelievable play. As that now gives SAGU the momentum. The first time we've seen a team go up by 2 scores.
that is true.
Right here.
And unfortunately, in games this close, you'd always love to see someone get the ace. But it is more important to win your round
Yes.
than win the clip of the week.
Shadows.
As a team, I'm sure they'll forgive each other because of the round win.
And it
So
looks like we got a potential A push by SFU.
SAGU catches on to it quickly.
Oh, and
Deploying
with the
drone.
quick pick on Watto there.
Joel sticking with the sniper rifle.
Spike planted.
Ogden gets the elimination. Back and forth here.
Going into this is a 2v2 on defense. SAGU is well aware of where this enemy team's poking from. It's just going to come down to
Last player standing.
All about the angles. Oh, good play there. Because now SAGU is SFU brings it back within 1 again.
That is true. We're going back into this buy phase. It's interesting to see how things have progressed. I still can't believe we're this close.
Oh yeah, I know. With how the first round played out, like SFU has really played more conservative and smart in this games to not let SAGU get too far ahead.
And what's credit to them. I mean, not getting in your head after a
Revealing
close
area.
round is very important, and we
Yeah.
can definitely tell that they did not get in their head about that round 1, and they've come out looking for the fight here in round 2.
Still have a lot more rounds left. So let's see how this plays out. Look like it is Watto getting the pick. A lot of action back and forth.
Spike planted.
SFU gets the plant down.
They already have a 4v2 advantage for SSU or SFU. So.
That is true.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
We're gonna kind of slow it down here.
Time to hunt.
Take a look and see what we
Bipolar's
can
trying to see
see.
where everybody is. You know, he does know he has to be in. Tough
is
situation to
unfortunate.
be in.
You
But
really can't ask for much more than that.
yeah,
Being down on 3v1 with the timer running,
All right, homies, chill.
hey, you know,
We'll go again.
sometimes you just gotta make
Damn,
that
you
gambit.
love being here.
Yep.
Like way too much.
It's better to make a decision and be wrong than sit there and let the timer make it for you.
and it does look like we are getting a timeout by SAGU. So we will be going to a timeout for a whole minute.
Here in this timeout, we're gonna see. I'm sure SAGU's gonna have that talk of what's the plan. You know, we're tied 8-8,
Yeah,
going into a round. We're still in round 2, so a lot can happen. It's an early night. I'm sure SAGU's gonna try to use this to their advantage and really try to put it away now instead of going to that round 3. We'll just have to see how things progress from here. We're down to 20 seconds on this timeout.
SAGU definitely have played how they needed to, but just SFU is really just,
They adapt
they're
very
dialed
quickly.
they're dialed in right now.
They are.
bringing in everything they got to stay in this and force a game 3. So here we go. It looks like we're about to get back into action here in 2, 1. All right, so let's see what SAGU got here for us. They had time to talk it over, figure out a game plan, and
We'll actually have to wait to see until it looks like we got Watto on a sniper rifle.
oh, Watto switching to sniper.
It'll be interesting to see what happened in that 1 minute, because we're not going to know until we know. So, both
SAGU
teams
definitely playing a little bit more spread on the map. So.
yeah, and both teams are very slow out of the gate. It looks like we're going to almost get down to that 1 minute before SFU is going to make this attempt.
It does look like SFU is making a potential push
Chris
toward
is
A.
working this corner. Hopefully, going to be able to get this info off.
Oh!
Unfortunate.
He is going to let them know that, hey, they are pushing A. So as of right now, you can see
that SAGU defense
SAGU
crashing
is now
down.
pushing on A, and they are planting.
Spike planted.
Bring them down.
Shot that.
Here we are on board with Ronan. Look, see if we can get any intel, anything out.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Quick 5-0 loss for SAGU.
That is unfortunate.
That is rough. You would like to see a pick or two there, you know, to help maybe reset one of the players. So,
That is something you did bring up earlier. Teams that stay alive have the advantage.
yes.
They don't have to go through that rebuying their equipment, repositioning. I mean, when you got it, you got it. You know.
All right, so it's now in 5 seconds. We're about to have the barriers come down, and we're going to see what SAGU can do here on the defense now. As now they are down 9-8.
Scanning ahead.
Take flight.
Kind of hard to tell on our end. It looks like SFU is going to try to feint a B-side push. Try to stir up some sound and info over here to make SAGU kind of lull into that false idea of pushing onto that B side.
Oh, another gift.
That's true. So now A side is currently undefended. SAGU has a defender going over to see what the situation is. Will it be enough?
Oh, Watto! Watto!
Down.
Watto with a 3-pick in a row! What a clutch play by Watto there! As that just shifts all the momentum back to SAGU in those 3 picks alone.
Really buying his team that chance to make that position change to
Mark
A.
2.
Huge clip
30
there. by
seconds
Watto.
left.
Oh, and Watto does get taken down there, but
He did
Watto
his
gave
job.
his team. Watto gave him a chance.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Ronan gets a pick.
And now we're down 2-1.
It's now a 2v1.
The enemy who is still alive does not have the spike, so he's going to have to either make this decision with 12 seconds remaining.
10
Is
seconds
he
left.
going for the kills or going for the spike to try to get the plan off? It's
Revealing
going to be
area.
an interesting setup. It
He's
looks like
sitting-
we're just
he's
going
sitting
to.
in A, but he has no time.
It looks like
As
we're
it
just going to
will
go
be
for
a
the.
win for SAGU there. 3 clutch kills for Watto is what brought SAGU back into that round.
Absolutely. I think from an SFU perspective, that the last alive, good choice on staying alive.
Yeah, he's gonna keep his stuff. Yeah, they lost the round, but
Yeah, but
at
especially
least he
since
won't
you have the
lose what
advantage
he won't lose what he
round-wise.
had.
He won't lose what he has, and don't know if there's any other way to say it. Like he knew they almost had the round to burn,
Yeah,
where it wasn't do or die for SFU going into that
does
round.
look like a good
Scanning ahead.
You should run.
teleport.
Shot that. Shot that.
So he is letting them all know that they are pushing B.
Yeah, we were seeing that second defense make that transition from the A side over. Bunch of quick kills going into this defense.
Snark is planting.
Spike planted.
Now this B side is SFU knows they really don't need to look at 2 angles. It's going to just come down to gunfights on if they can survive the second out.
And Dragon takes it. And Watto
Last
bipolar,
player
and
standing.
Watto with another.
Last player standing.
As it comes down to a 1v1. as Bipolar clutches, and then can he get the defuse off? And it looks like he will. What a clutch performance by Bipolar and Watto. Watto may have died, but he got 2 picks in the end there to set up Bipolar with a chance.
We know what we're
That's
doing.
not the second time we see
Trust
that
each
happen.
other and we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Watto he's getting locked in. He's setting his team up for a chance to win, and this is exactly what they needed.
And that's something you would almost expect from your team captain.
Oh, most definitely.
Where if you got to be the one to do the dirty work to get your guys in the position to win that round, you're going to be the one to do it.
As now SAGU does take a 10-9 lead.
5 seconds till the barrier goes down. It'll be interesting to see how this initial playoff is. SFU is
Scanning
in
ahead.
that 2-3 split again.
It does look like we do have a split right now.
The spike is on the A side.
I am the hunter.
I think they're just testing the waters to see which side is a little more defended. Right now, SAGU is
Oh,
perfectly
and
split.
Ronin gets with his ult on Zolti. As that ult is getting your ult, getting that 1 kill. It may have just been 1, but it could be a game changer. So it's
It
already
absolutely
a
could be.
5v4 situation.
And being with how SAGU is set up in the defense now, they're going to kind of favor that A side, but for a minute there, they were set up in that 2-1-2. I'm not sure who the player in the middle was, but being in the middle is important. You can see that cross through most angles. There is the other route is through the enemy spawn, and it will take up that extra time to make that
There you go.
transition.
That is going for the plan right off the bat. He
Spike
does get the
planted.
plan off, but Watto and Ronin and Watto both get 2 picks.
And here we are on the
One enemy
Smart
remaining.
getting 2 picks.
Watto
Is now in
doing his thing again.
Last player standing.
Comes down to a 1v1 again. Watto knowing
Where are you?
he does have to defuse.
Marked 1.
Oh,
Oh, Watto.
as he is just nice
Come
kill
on,
by Watto
please.
there.
Here we are again, racing the timer. Watto, can you get it?
My ult is ready.
Oh, just with a
Just barely.
20.21 seconds before that went off.
What a mess.
What a clutch by Watto. we're calling Watto's name a lot. He is.
Yeah, I don't know if my heart can take this, folks. This is getting
Watto
ridiculous.
is really coming out right now as we are going. Oh, and now we have another timeout. Now we have a timeout by SFU here. So they're going to give about a minute for them to catch their thoughts. All right, so
Well,
what a turnaround. Watto
Yeah.
has really come out of nowhere. SAGU now has an 11-9 lead on SFU here. What do you think SFU has to do here to come back into this?
SFU is going to have to make that decision. Are we going to double down and be aggressive and have the moments of what are we going to do? Because like you just said, it's win by 2.
Yeah.
Your opponent is currently up by 2.
Yes, this is true.
Are you going to make that aggressive push and risk making a mistake and getting caught out to dry? One thing I have noticed that they're doing exceptionally well is when they go for the push, they go for it.
Yeah.
And as soon as they go in, they are on it. All 5 of them are making that push together as a unit, and they are trying to single out SAGU defenders one-on-one. And with a team fight, as attackers, that's a perfect place to be in.
All right.
So we will see going into this next round if SFU will continue to try to keep that drive of trying to take those team fights against single SAGU defenders, or if they'll switch it up here in the closing rounds.
All right, so it looks like potentially SFU is going for an A push.
There, chase them!
Marked 5.
Blinded. Time to hunt.
Good scout by Bipolar. The whole team is there. Ready to go. Oh, ready to get some first pick.
SAGU has 2 defenders making that trip around.
No more.
Spike
Cleaning up
planted.
from the back.
All right, let's get the plan. As we just see picks after picks going back and forth. Oh,
Oh, Lord.
we do have a really
We have a 2v2 situation.
Last player standing.
2v1 situation.
3v1.
Down goes SAGU.
And that's something that we just talked about. When SFU is going to make that push, they're going to make it. When they go for that commit, they're going.
Yeah,
And
it works for them again.
It does. I mean, SAGU's really going to have to figure out a way to stop that, or this is going to be a long series.
Yeah.
You lose your up by 2 advantage going into that, or coming out of that last round. It's going to be interesting to see going into this next one how they're going to handle it.
It looks like we have another potential A push.
I got the spike.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, they've been having success on this A side.
Yeah, they have. Watto with a quick pick there.
Where are
We'll
you?
see if that is enough to deter SFU
Marked
from
one.
making that A side push, and it looks like it has. It looks like they're going to make that transition over. They do have a player on B flat.
Oh,
on B cap.
Jolt trying to get the sneak away. Does get eliminated.
So now we're in this position where SFU's already got the groundwork set up for a B plant.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for the rest of his team to get there. SAGU really needs to get repositioned and get into this.
SAGU is behind a little bit.
Down.
Is that it fancy now?
One enemy remaining.
Oh, good pick by Watto there.
And here we are. Can we see Watto potentially get another 3 picks right off the bat like we did in the earlier round?
They're really gonna need Watto to come out in here, or else the momentum's gonna shift right back to SFU.
Catch them.
We will be tied again if SFU wins this round.
Watto not having much time, he knows he needs to get on that.
He knows he's been called out now by this player in front.
Good pick by Watto there. Just a rough 3v1 situation.
Excellent attempt, but there's not a whole lot you can do in that situation.
So
as soon
right
as
now,
SFU got established and got that
does
cross,
look like Moth does have his ult for their team, so not sure. So we'll see how he does. Tries to use it to get a quick pick on that.
yeah,
So,
we will look to see if that comes out early. Here we are. They're setting up on this A side again, and we know they have an ult. So
Keep up.
we'll see how fast this A push comes. I'd expect that they would probably lead with this ult.
yeah, it's
And,
an ult that you want to try and get a quick. With his ult, it's an ult you want to get kills with. So we will see what he does.
You should run.
SAGU setting up for that spread out defense. They do have 3 on the A side, 1 watching the middle.
So it does look like they go full out all push. Ooh, multiple picks going back and forth as we do have
Spike planted.
Get the plant down.
And here we are on the standoff again. Has
Good by
the
Ogden
sideline.
getting making it, a fair fight again with it. Knowing they do need a defuse though, because they did get that plant off.
If I'm FSU, I'm not worried because I know I can see it. They have
Jolt
that.
is defusing, and Jolt's gonna get the defuse off.
That is,
Oh, and Ogden comes in and gets the eliminations while he's at it.
oh man, what are you doing?
Match point.
And this right here, this is your match point. SAGU can put the game away right here, right now. So it will come down to this.
And we'll look to see. You know the hype coming out of that last round is gonna bring into this.
Most definitely.
You can already kind of see that in the setup going into it. SAGU is in that 2-1-2 defensive split. You saw for a second there it looked like FSU was going to kind of favor that slower push, but they
It
are
looks like
stacked up on that A
multiple
side.
players do- It looks like multiple players on SAGU have their
Scout
ults.
destroyed.
So they are, could see a final like all out type of situation here.
I mean, if you're SAGU, it would be important. You know what I mean?
Put the game away right here. Don't let it
is.
go to a
Found
chance where you win another 2 games.
Yes. In this situation, you almost want to be the attacking defense, I would say. Is as soon as you catch someone making a mistake, you got to full send it. You got to
So
go
they
for
are
it.
playing very good as they are covering that. Jolt, get the first pick. Here we go already. Oh, but Zolti in the trade. Right back into it.
Nowhere to run!
There, that neutralizes your benefit. The shock factor is being down
Oh, Moffin doesn't
Last
get too
player
rocked with
standing.
another pick. As it's now 4v1. Ogden with 2. Ogden bringing it. Oh, what an attempt as it ties it up. SFU
Switching
is
sides.
trying so hard to stay in this game, and now each team needs to win by 2 from this point on. And so it's gonna definitely come down to a factor. Is now we go into overtime. This is the first time seeing the teams go into OT. So
And nothing like a week 1 overtime.
yeah.
Is there any rules that we need to be aware of going into overtime that are different from a standard?
Same things apply. The only difference is you have to win by 2 now. So every time, even if you start tying, the only difference is once you hit 26, whoever hits 26 first, then the game will be over. But
Right here.
26 is a long way away. So
That is true.
let's hope we don't get to a 26.
Revealing
But here we
area.
go. Good scout by Ronin right off. And by the way, we do now have SAGU on the attack.
Here.
So they did switch sides. So SAGU's back on the attack with SFU's back on the defense. We'll see how this plays out.
We'll look to see if
Watching
that
here.
role change will change any momentum shift or give anyone more advantage over the other.
Yeah.
We're seeing an interesting play from SAGU here going up the middle. Kind of looking to feel out what we're seeing the defense-wise.
As Nilla does get a pick on that forward. Chris only gets Lotto. He picks back and forth here. As it does look like SAGU is going to get the plant. So now they do SAGU does put the pressure on SFU here.
Turret out.
SFU knowing they have to defuse.
They're going to check these corners.
Oh, Joel with 2 quick picks.
Scanning ahead.
As now he's good at timing.
One
He's going
enemy
faster and
remaining.
Faster. Joel coming out with what he needs to do for his team. Clutch, very clutch.
And now you have you're in a good situation here, SAGU, having 3 guys watch 2 angles.
And it looks like SAGU
There we go.
Sark does reset Joel.
That is unfortunate. I'm sure Joel was
as
hoping.
everybody else dies.
Switching sides.
As
Match
now
point.
everybody does get reset. As you can die with that if you don't get out of there on that bomb.
Really?
Yes. So it's gonna reset most of these players, and so
Back to even footing, huh?
So we will see how this plays out as we do now go back into another match point for SAGU. As we wait for
We're looking to see SAGU's on the defense. It's interesting to see FSU going for that B side push. I mean, you saw how it was going for them on the A side.
Yeah.
We're looking to see if they got any tricks up their
Scout
sleeves.
destroyed.
So this is actually SAGU. Oh no, yeah, it's switched now. No, yeah, my bad. It's switching from the offense to defense every round.
And Bipolar is going to be able to get that scouter early on and give his team the
now they're
knowledge
getting the
that
first pick.
we're pushing that B side.
Bipolar with 2
Spike
big
down,
picks right
B.
there.
One enemy
Ogden
remaining.
Watto making it a 3v1. And Watto will clutch it up as SAGU will take it 14-12. And that will be a 2-0 for SAGU, ending it and ending any hope for SFU, who put in a great effort. Zolti with a 30 and 17, carrying the team.
That was incredible.
Oh man, what an incredible game. Much effort to SFU, putting it on the line, coming in as the underdogs, as just not having, because most of these players, they are diamond for SAGU. Some of these players for SFU are in platinum.